Hi guys, welcome to a new video. So today we'll take a look on a second game which will be played in the multiplayer of the new RTS game, the Scouring. And this time we are playing on the same map because this is the only available map for 2 players right now. We could also potentially play 1v1 on the big map for 6 players, but right now I have this prepared. So let's take a look on that. We will resume it, and as you can see we are playing on the same position as last time. But this time it's not Empire or human against Orc, but it's human against human, so we have the race mirror. It's not like it would matter too much in this game, but at least it's a small of a change when I also spawned on the same position. I'm doing the same build order right now, so going for barracks immediately. Here I have actually idle peasant for quite some time. I was probably checking something else or something, I don't know. But I'm making barracks, I'm making sawmill, just preparing for early archers. As you can see, he's actually trying something really interesting. He's going for front barracks, and then he's sending one peasant to the expansion. This is interesting, the troll is not attacking him. I'm not sure if this is something he knows or if it was some bug. I mean, if it's a known bug or something, but now he attacked him. So he's just running away with the peasant. Kinda surprised that the troll just didn't one-shot the peasant, but okay. Not sure what he was actually doing there. He didn't really accomplish anything, but now I think he will power build the barracks, which he's doing. He also already has 2 farms. I'm power building my first farm, preparing the second one. Now I dropped a little bit into minus on food, but this should be finished in like a second. So yeah, now slowed for a little bit, but we should immediately catch up again, because this is gonna put me on the same plus and minus value, and this should be also finished pretty soon. Yeah, so still could be a little bit earlier, but I think we are kinda fine. You can see he's building actually 4 farms in the beginning. I think that's a huge waste of resources. Obviously you are getting more food from the first peasant. You get 60 for the first one and only 30 for the second and third peasant on the same farm. But it just costs so much resources that I don't think it's really worth it. It costs like 200 gold and 100 wood to make another farm. So now I think he doesn't have too many resources. Actually he has so much gold to make so many swordsmen at once, but maybe he doesn't have too much wood. But yeah, the main problem I see here is that he doesn't have sawmill, so he can't produce any archers yet. He has to fully rely on swordsmen. While I'm of course preparing my really usual 3 archers into 1 swordsman. Right now I'm pushing not as early as the last time, but even though he's actually faster than me, he can't do anything with the swordsman. Yeah, he would need like at least 6 of them to kill these bandits. I mean, the swordsman is maybe a little bit stronger, he has more HP, I don't know about the attack, about the damage, but obviously with archers I can play it much better. Even though they are really weak against the units with shields, they are still decent because you can just kite away and not take any damage. So as you can see, just power build, or not power build it, but he really quickly made 4 farms. Actually kinda interesting that this farm has 3 farmhouses and these have only 1. Not sure how that works. Actually, Joven has 300 HP, maybe it's somehow an advantage. I also have 2 here, 1 here. I think it's random, but it's interesting. But he's not building anything else, yeah, he just spammed like 6 swordsmen. He's constantly making peasants, which is definitely really good. I'm obviously doing the same thing. But he didn't even start yet his sawmill. He's not making any cannons, second barracks, he's not taking the expansion. He just really quickly made some swordsmen. Now he spreads them around his base to protect, which is another advantage of archers. You can just put them on a tower and they will cover your whole base. If you have melee units, you actually have to run around. Obviously you can just put up some patrol locations, but you'll still be losing some HP. You can't be on multiple places at once. It's just so much easier with archers to defend it, so I would always go for those. And I'm already capturing the outpost now. He went here with 1 swordsman in the beginning, but now he's not really scouting it, so I'm totally fine with this. No problem for me. I think he's defending himself quite well, still spamming some peasants. Now also started making some new swordsmen again, but we still don't see any new buildings. Just adding more peasants to his food, and seems like he has 5 peasants on wood, which is the same as I have. I have 2 idle here. I think I was maybe killing some skeleton. Now I'm also making a little bit more swordsmen because I want to go for a troll, and that I like to have at least 3 swordsmen to tank the damage. And this time I played it a little bit better than last time because I actually kept 2 archers in the middle for some protection. Yeah, last time I left it pretty unprotected. I also need to make the barracks there, but it's not that important yet. Yeah, so as you can see, I'm just switching between my swordsmen, so they all take like even damage, but none of them die. And as you can see, you get 205 gold for killing the troll, so that's definitely also a really nice boost. So you can see I have 1000 of each resource now, which is really good. We are pretty okay with population, it's right, but we have 120 in stock. And I think I can still put more peasants here, and I'm also preparing another farm immediately. He's still making only swordsmen, now he's making smithy, so it really seems like he doesn't want to make any archers anytime soon. I also don't think he will go for cannons now, he'll probably just get the shields upgrade. Yeah, he's doing that. I mean, it sounds like a good counter to archers, because the swordsman with... I mean, it sounds like a good strategy, because most people make archers, and swordsmen with shields are obviously the best counter you can make to archers, because then you take really low damage. The problem I kinda see there is that you can't kill the neutral enemies as quickly, or as effortlessly, because you can really easily level up the archers, you can really take basically no damage with them. You can start getting the neutral kills really early in the game. While with the swordsman you are just really slowed in the beginning. As you can see, also some level 2 ones here, but even when he gets the shields, when I will have these advantageous positions, and I will just overall have more units. As you can see, I already have expansion that is working here. I have 5 peasants, I'm already producing 3 new ones here. Also new peasants in my main base. I don't have too many guys on gold here, but I made some new farms now, I think. And I'm also already power building with 3 peasants the front barracks as last time, near my front outpost. Now I will also go kill the wolves for some extra resources. We are really good on food. And he just can't do much, yeah. Now he's struggling even to defend his house, his home. I think he double clicked all of his peasants and by mistake sent them somewhere. This also sometimes happens to me. But yeah, basically now he's just clearing these back neutral enemies. There's some idle peasants here. Now finally he's going for the sawmill. He also made a guard tower at home, which doesn't make too much sense since he has barracks in the front. He just needs to be defending in this location. And I mean, if you don't get the middle, you should probably just build it here. Even though I can still go around, but you can't really build this close, or you will just die to the ranged. So we probably have to make like 2 bases to protect the expansion and also play here, so it's just much harder. It's actually a little bit better on this side, because you can probably... the tower is quite far, so you can probably still make some base here. But still, I would always try to get the control of the middle. For now it was always working for me. So yeah, I actually go for a push now. I'm playing really offensively because I'm pretty confident with my position. I have way more income. I have similar army, as you can see, now he's using the shields, but I will immediately go there with my swordsman as well. He actually switches the shields off here to run quickly with his swordsman on my archers, which is definitely really wise. And now he will turn the shields on again, but as you can see, I can micromanage the archers a little bit from him, just target some swordsmen here really quickly to finish them. They are low HP, but now I really need to retreat with my archers. Maybe he will kill one, not even, yeah, so especially when he has the shields on, he cannot follow me like this. If he turns them off, I will just shoot him, so I can really easily kite away from him. Now I have a really strong position, he cannot push this. I have 3 towers, even though I don't have cannons here yet, and I don't have as many archers. He definitely cannot push into this with like 9 swordsmen or what he has there. He finally has at least 1 archer. He's also producing his first cannon. He's also actually going for an upgrade on Town Hall, which I don't really do this early. I like to just invest into my expansion, make some more buildings, spam more units, and go for knights, and I mean overall the town hall upgrade, and eventually to castle as well, obviously the tier 3 as well, but right now I don't really care about this. I like to do these things much later. I don't think you really need knights this early. If someone makes them, knights or ogres, doesn't really matter, you can still really easily kill them with this army. And basically once I place my cannons on the towers, there is just nothing he can do, even though he also has a cannon. I mean, what can he do? I just one-shotted his archer here. Obviously he immediately needed to retreat. He still doesn't have his expansion. Seems like he didn't even kill the troll yet. So now I'm getting really just double resources. At least he has enough workers. Yeah, the last player we played in the previous game against, he had like 3 workers here, so that was obviously a problem. This player actually has lots of peasants here. He's constantly producing. Same as me, of course. Now I'm upgrading, but obviously actually not producing in my expansion now. I don't have any resources. I invested into some soldiers now. And see, I have a really big army. But I have enough workers now, so I don't really even need to produce more here. I can make some more once I use some of them for new farms, or if I will need a little bit more wood. But yeah, I have 3 cannons set up, also some extra archers on the barracks, and another cannon is now coming that I will use for offense as well. As you can see, he has decent defense here. He's using 2 cannons to really protect this corridor. So this will be really hard for my normal units to actually get through there. But in terms of units, I have definitely way more archers. We have maybe about the same swordsman, maybe he has a little bit more. But I overall have more cannons, a little bit, but just way more archers. Now he's going for the troll finally. I think he will go for the expansion. Obviously I didn't know at this time that he didn't have expansion. I think I will go check it really soon, but right now I'm just maximizing everything I can. I don't really care. I have the biggest income I can have. He can't have bigger income. He either has the same or he has smaller income. And I'm just sitting on 0 resources. And now I'm waiting for the shield upgrade, and I'm just making the not the best army composition. You would like to have some knights in there as well. Now at least a 4th. I will go for castle soon, I think. Now I can at least produce the knights, even though they won't have heal yet. But he also doesn't have knights, so point we are pretty much fine. He upgraded to 4th, but he didn't even get the stables, so it was pretty much pointless, except the fact that he can put some archers up here, but he doesn't really have any archers. A few of them, but he will need them here, so I don't really see much point in upgrading to the 4th. I made stables immediately, otherwise I also wouldn't go for it. But now he's also going for another barracks, I think another farm. Yeah, this tower I really don't see much point in this. It was just waste of resources, definitely. But at least he's making the expansion finally. Power building only with 2 peasants. I would always recommend to do it with 5, but you can pull it off with less. Actually, now I managed to shot the cannon from the tower when I scouted it. So I will set up some of my cannons right outside of his range. So I can't go there, but he also can go here. And at the same time, as you can see, I finally have some knights. I wanted to rush on the cannons, but there is so many enemies that I don't think this will really work. So now, this was actually a big mess up, as you can see. I lost basically all of my swordsmen. I managed to take down one of the cannons, but I lost basically all of my swordsmen. Fortunately, I have so many cannons here that he can't push into me, but it was still just a waste of units. Yeah, but I managed to take both cannons down. I also killed probably a few swordsmen. Lots of them are also really low HP now. I'm still holding him off with my cannons, yeah, so I finally got some kills there, but overall I think this was at best like an even trade. Yeah, I don't think this was really advantageous for me in any major way. But now there is Knight, which is really good, because this will put pressure on both of us, and I'm just really well prepared for this. Yeah, I have 4 archers here, another one prepared here that I will soon put on the castle. When we are upgrading from the fort, no units can stand there, where it's in the construction process. So the archer was just dropped down, but I will soon probably realize it and put him back on. And I have also some archers at my expansion, so I should be just really easily safe everywhere. I'm preparing some knights here. that I want to use to harass the enemy expansion. Fortunately for me, he's already getting harassed by the skeletons, so he won't be even able to get any resources there. I still have protection of 2 cannons here, of course supported by another 3 cannons behind it on the towers, and another cannon already prepared here. Now I'm taking the knights, I'm already attacking here. I don't know if I have a... yeah, I'm making the charge here, so I don't have heal yet, but it's not like I would really need it, yeah. You can see he's coming with some swordsmen, but I would probably still kill him with the knights, and there is so many. Of course, if he brings also archers, I need to immediately escape. But there are the neutral enemies, so he can't really follow me. He needs his units at home to defend himself. I at least stopped the income for a second, because he needed to retrieve all of his peasants. And as I said, my protection is absolutely fine. I'm not losing anything. I have second smithy now prepared. Church, as you can see, heal is immediately being researched, because I invested into some knights now. Here I'm shooting him a little bit. I have even some level 3 archers there, so that's definitely really good. Even though, yeah, he has the shield. I think I was not watching here for a second, that this was another huge mistake. I lost like half of my archers, maybe even more. And obviously he tanked it all with his swordsman, while also shooting with his archers, yeah. I was just not watching here for a second, and it was a huge blunder. Fortunately for me, I have the cannons here again, so he has to push back. And also I have still the knights, so even though I lost a really big portion of my range offensive power, I still have the knights that can just run over him. At the same time, he's really struggling against the neutral enemies. As you can see, he's getting swarmed at home by skeletons because he has 0 defense here. He is starving everywhere because he doesn't have any food, and I think he will actually maybe surrender in like a second. As you can see, the replay will end really soon. And I don't really even need to push him. I have stronger army, I would push him anyways, but eventually he just surrenders because he didn't really withstand the pressure from the neutral enemies. So even though I made like really big 2 mistakes there when I lost half of my army, we still managed to win pretty easily, especially because of the early expansion, and then also because of the lack of defense against the neutral enemies from the enemy. So, yeah, really nice game. Let's check the results. Finish replay. So gold mined, it wasn't actually that big of a difference, but still like 4,000 gold, it's a lot, so definitely was really in my favor. Lumber also huge difference, 2,000, 1,700. Then we have units trained, almost 30 more. Units killed actually pretty even. I still managed to kill 2 more, but as I said, I blundered 2 times there, so we definitely lost. I mean, we definitely. Sorry, these are lost units. I was looking at a different portion. Those are kills, but then there are lost units. As you can see, I killed 26, but he lost 52. So half of his lost units was from neutral enemies. But yeah, units killed are pretty similar, but lost units in a fight are also similar, but overall are really bad for him because he just lost so much to the neutral enemies. Also, you can see down the kills that I killed like 45 more of the neutral enemies, which also gave me, of course, more resources. And then we have buildings constructed, which is also really important because I had like double the infrastructure. So even if I lost my army, I could remake it much quicker if we both had the resources for it. But yeah, nice game. Almost 70 minutes, so a little bit longer than the last one, but also still pretty quick. So I hope you enjoyed it, and as I said, next time we'll hopefully take a look on something bigger, either some free-for-all or maybe some 3v3, 2v2, we'll see. But yeah, thanks for watching guys, and take care guys.